Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. And so today we're going to make a fun fold card that I made at my February Stamp Lovers class. And this card is made with the Designer Series paper Floral Delight. This paper is part of the suite that goes along with the Delightful Wishes bundle, and so cute. So I love the paper. Lots of flowers, and I decided to make a birthday cake as the focal point. So I didn't actually use the Delightful Wishes. I did use the stamp set, but only for one little piece of it. And mostly I used One More Year, and I used the cake from One More Year. So there are no dies that coordinate with this. So you're going to have a little fussy cutting. So let's get started. Less chatting, more stamping. Okay, and so today, let me put the camera down. Yeah, that's good. I am using my can't think, my brain, Daffodil Delight cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5. I did score it at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that. Okay, so I have that ready. And then I did cut pieces like this piece. Okay, so this is very, very cute. Oh, my camera's a little crooked, I think. Sorry. I think that's better. And so of course I love these flowers, but this side is very cute also. So we're going to use that on the front of our card. Okay. Now, before we actually, I'm going to glue it down, but I'm not going to glue it in the center. I'm just going to glue it on the, around the edges. And the reason I'm going to show you is I want to cut a circle out of the center. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this down, leaving the center. I usually don't glue in the center anyway, but just saying. Okay, so I'm going to cut a circle out of the center. And I'm going to use my stylish shapes dies. I think this might be retiring. I am so bummed if it is. But I'm going to use, so you get all these circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they actually, when you use them, they cut out and they leave the dotted edges on the inside and the outside, so which is very cute. So I'm going to cut this out of the center of my card, and I'm going to put it about right there. I don't want it completely in the center. I'm going to move it a little bit higher. I'm going to kind of eyeball it so that it's centered from side to side, and I'm going to cut this through my cut and emboss. Okay, this won't work with your mini because it's too wide, so you need to use your regular cut and emboss. All right, and since you're cutting through two pieces, you're cutting through a piece of cardstock and a piece of Designer Series paper, I would recommend just running it through twice, okay, back and forth. And that'll make sure that you're cutting out both pieces. All right, so now, did that cut? No, it did not cut. Oh, Trevis. Okay, let's try that again. We're going to run that through one more time. Not sure why that did not cut all the way. I think I did not have one of my plates lined up. My mistake. But we're going to pop that back in and do it again. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. That would not make me happy. There we go. Well, it did mess it up a little bit, but I think it's okay. Okay, so now you have this, and you have the cardstock and the Designer Series paper. So you're going to take it and you're going to flip this over like that and glue these together. Okay, so you're going to have this, use this as your base, and then this is going to be on top of it. Okay, so I have that ready. Now, to make this cute fun fold, I have another piece of Daffodil Delight. And the size of this is, just so you're aware, it's 6. This is 6 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And you need to make 3 score lines. I don't know if you can see or not, but I have scored this. And so your first score line is going to be at 1 1/4 2 1/2, 3 3/4. So you make 3 score lines. So you're going to start here and you're going to do 1 1/4, 2 1/2, and 3 3/4. And the reason is because you want 1 1/4 for each of these. Okay. Now you're going to take these and fold them like that. And then this one is going to be up. Okay. So you're going to have this. So now when you close your card, get this little piece here, and it's really not going to make me happy because I kind of didn't cut that very well. I think it'll be okay in the end, but for now I'm going to trim that. Okay, so what's going to happen is this, look at that. This is what happens when you have to double cut. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to insert this inside my card like that. So when it closes, okay, this is going to be glued like that. So I'm going to put adhesive, but I'm not going to put adhesive on the whole thing because of this circle here, right? I just want to put adhesive on this part right here. So I think I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm just going to put adhesive glue right here, and a little bit right here. All right. Now, when I put it in, I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to center this because this is 5 1/4 and this is 5 1/2. So it's not going to go edge to edge. It's going to be a little border. So I'm just going to put it in like this, close it, and let that glue do its work before I open it again. Okay, so now I have this, and I'm going to put some glue on here also, just on this side. So these two have no glue, right? Just that one had glue. Now this one has a little glue. Okay, so what I want to do now is, before I just stick it down, I want to take it and I want to fold this up like this, if that makes sense, and then close the card. So we're letting, so that it lays flat, we're letting that glue, okay, does that make sense? So this is glued now, and there's a little edge here, and that's okay. If you don't mind that little edge, I'm going to fix mine and show you how I'm going to fix it. But this is actually going to make the fun fold. A little pop-up card. Okay? Now, what I want to do next is, I have 2 pieces, and these are actually 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. Yes, 5 1/4 by 2 1/2, and I scored one of them at 1 1/4. Okay, so or you can fold it in half. You don't have to score it if you don't want. You can just fold it nicely in half if you like. The other one it's the same size, but I'm going to leave it without any score lines. And so you have one of these, and it's, as I said, it's 2 1/2 by 5 1/4, scored in half. I'm going to go ahead and put glue, a light layer of glue all over the inside. And then I'm going to insert this right here. Okay, so that when I close this, that little pop-up now has the checkerboard on it. All right, all good? Hope you're following me. And then this piece, I'm going to go in this way, and I'm going to put glue on the checkerboard side. I like liquid glue for fun folds. You can do them, if you like just your regular adhesive, you can certainly use that. Now I do have this little edge here, and so what I did was I cut an extra little piece, and this is 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to have the little checkerboard side up, You don't have to put this in. In fact, some of the girls didn't at Stamp Camp. They just, at my class, they just left it. But I like it, actually. I like it in there. I think it actually adds something to the card. Okay. So now what you have is this. And you're thinking, well, that's kind of weird front. Well, this is where you're going to add your cute little side up. Okay. So what you want to do now is you want to just put glue right there. You don't want to put any glue here. You don't want to put any glue here. You just want it right in the center. And then I'm going to put these so the flowers are up. I'm going to put it in the center like that. And press on it. So now when the card opens, it opens like that. Kind of flips that way. Now I need something to decorate the front. So I did stamp the cake in Stays On ink. And now I'm going to use my water painter. And I'm actually going to use the 3 colors that are featured in the Floral Delight Designer Series paper. Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, and Pool Party. And I'm going to use my water painter. I'm going to start with the yellow. I usually start with the lightest color. And if you don't have re-inkers, you can just pinch your pads, but you really got to kind of pinch them hard to get the ink to come fully onto the lid. Used to be a lot easier when the pads were thicker. But now that the pads are thin, I tell you, it's really kind of hard to pinch them and get a whole lot of ink to come up. So I'm going to color in the icing of my cake. And since I use Stays On ink, it's all good when using water. If you want to use your Memento, I would suggest using your blend markers. Or you can always put alcohol in your water painter instead of, so that would be an alcohol painter, right? So then you just clean that off. And now I'm going to pick up some Pool Party. I'm going to color the cake in Pool Party. I'm going to color that center part too, so I'm not going to really worry about that I've overlapped that. Okay, so I'm just going to color this. Ooh, that got a little dark. Okay, it's okay. I'm just going to color that little right there just a little bit darker. Okay, clean your water painter. And now I'm going to go to the Old Olive, and I'm going to do my plate in Old Olive. And I will be done. The only thing I'm thinking is that I might put a little yellow Daffodil Delight on these candles, on the flames. Just going to put a little bit on these flames. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Winkostella also. Give your Winkostella a little shake and add some Winkostella to your flames. If you want to do more, you certainly can. If you want to add a little bit to your cake icing, you can. I'm going to do that too. Now I'm going to do a little fussy cutting. So this is, I did use thick cardstock, and I'm not going to fussy cut this super tight. I'm just going to fussy cut it, you know, kind of close to the image, but not really tight. Because when you get up to these flames, it's really hard if you're going to try to do it too close, right? It's easier this way. So move your cardstock, not your scissors. Makes fussy cutting so easy. Cut your plate out. All right, got that done. I'm going to put a few dimensionals on the back. I think I'll put 4 on there. And I'm going to close these pads. I am going to need the black Memento pad for one thing. But before I do that, I am going to add my cake before I lose it, because sometimes I just lay things around and then I misplace them. Cake. So we have the cake popped up. Now when it opens, All right, and then what I did was I did use the dies from Delightful Wishes. I did cut out Wishing. And so I cut out Wishing. I put some glue, adhesive sheets on the back. Cut out the small Wishing. All right. And then I cut out actually the next layer, I cut that out of white. So I'm just going to peel the back off of this and see how good my fingernails work. We were just talking about this at classes. Do you have, acrylic nails? If you do, I could not work with acrylic nails because it makes it so hard for me. I cannot, my nails get too thick. I can't peel this stuff off. Well, that didn't work according to the plan. So if I could scrape, sometimes if I just scrape the back off and then it starts to peel up, that works better for me. There we go. Usually when you peel the backing off, all the little pieces that are stuck in there, like the bottom of the G and the S, those all just fall away. I do have to mention that these little tittles, oh my gosh, they are so tiny. So I did glue that on in advance because I just had a feeling I would lose it. And hang on a second. I'm going to try to get this on here before I keep talking. It's very sticky. But I have an idea. Rather than worry about those, it might be even better to just use your pool party or whatever color you're using for your, your thin part of Wishing, if you would just do it with a marker. And just do a little dot instead of worrying about these little tiny eyes. Because that was a real interesting thing, getting those on. All right. Now, I did not put adhesive sheets on the back of the white, but I am going to use some liquid glue. And I'm not going to put glue right here on the top of the H. I'm going to hold my finger there so I don't put any glue there. I think my glue's getting a little bit low. There it comes. Okay. I don't want to come flowing out, but I do want some glue. All right. So my classes I do normally on the third Monday morning of the month, and I do it at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to put this right here. All right. And now you see why I didn't want glue on the top of the H, is because I don't want any glue on right there. Okay, I did cut this out of the Delightful Wishes, and I am going to stamp Wishing You a Happy Birthday in Memento Black. One thing I do love about photopolymer stamps is how easy they are to line up. Now watch me mess this up, but so much easier to line up than the others, actually. So they both have their pros and cons. I really like red rubber stamps, but these are super easy when it comes to this, lining things up. Now I'm going to put a little liquid glue on the back of this and add this to the front of my card, right there. And I do think it needs a few embellishments. And I am going to use, for my embellishments, where are they? They're so cute and I can't find them. Darn. What did I do with my little... Well, we'll try some different ones. We're going to use these little low profile dots. I'm going to use I call those gold. There might be yellow, I'm not sure. All right, so I'm just going to pull these off with my finger. Ooh, they're really low profile. They're really hard to get off of there. Hang on a second. Use your take your pick tool. Might make it life easier. Oh, don't worry about that one. Let's worry about this one. There we go. Oh, those are so cute. 2 different sizes. You have the large and the small. I'll do another small one down here. Right there. I think it did need a little embellishment. Okay, so there is my finished card, and it is a cute little pop-up card. Now, since really you could sign it right here, but I have a piece of white cardstock, and what I want to do is just add a little bit of ink to the edge. And this is just to put on the back to sign my card. And this is where your glass mat comes in handy because you can easily clean up your glass mat. So this is 5 by 3 3/4. It's going to fit nicely on the back of your card. So now you have a place to sign your card. Okay, so there's my finished fun fold. I have no idea what this fun fold's called. Pop-up, it's like a little pop-up circle card. So I hope you enjoyed it today. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye!